didn't even get to cross.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Austin from Dragon Ball Duo, and today we are going to be taking a look at the many faces of Frieza, going in depth from his first form all the way to Golden Frieza, telling you about where it was inspired and what it looks like, what it does, how powerful it is, yada yada yada. Let's get into this thing. Akira Toriyama states that he based Frieza's design after a combination of what he figured monsters looked like while he was a child. His character, on the other hand, was based off of real estate speculators because Akira Toriyama considered them to be the worst kind of people. In Dragon Ball Z, Frieza has 4 main forms, 5 if you're including Dragon Ball Super. Now the first of these 3 forms are actually forms that Frieza created himself by suppressing his energy into a body that he could more easily maintain and control the power of. The design for Frieza's first form derives from depictions of Western and Japanese demons. His first form is commonly seen wearing a purple battle armor along with a black skin type mankini. Lastly, while on planet Namek, Frieza's power level in his first form is said to be 530,000. But when Frieza realizes that that wouldn't be enough power to cut it, he dons his second form and begins his first transformation. As Frieza begins his second transformation, you see him grow a few inches and gain a little bit more body mass, which breaks apart his battle armor, revealing his natural chest. And this is one of the only times in the Dragon Ball series where you're able to see Frieza in his first form without his battle armor on. Frieza then transforms fully into his second form, which is a much larger, much more muscular version, which is very similar to the way King Cold looks, which is why a lot of people think that King Cold prefers to stay in his second form, just to give himself a little bit more authority and a more menacing figure. This second form allows him to easily take out Krillin by stabbing him with a horn and defeating Vegeta, but he also says that Piccolo was around the same, almost equal power level of Frieza, and given the title of the episode where he does transform, fighting power level 1 million, you can infer that Frieza is fighting with a power level of 1 million, which would also prove that at the time Piccolo had a power level of 1 million as well. Frieza then begins his transformation into his third form. Now his third form has an elongated head much like an alien from the Alien series. The horns from his second form go down and move to the back side of his head, and they're also white in color, and there are 2 sets of them. His nose disappears and becomes more of a beak-like shape at the front of his face, and he becomes a lot shorter in size. When the transformation is completed, it seems that all of his wounds have also been healed, except for one, which was his tail, which had been previously cut off when Frieza was in his second form. Frieza's quote-unquote fourth form, which is actually his original form, is a much more sleek and drastically different form than his other transformations. He shrinks in size and becomes completely white with purple accents on his head and his chest area, and all of the wounds, including his tail, have been completely regenerated. This form allows Frieza to don his maximum power and even go into another kind of form called 100% power, where he bulks up a little bit and gains some muscle mass, but it is still considered his final form. Unfortunately for Frieza, this form also drains his energy slowly over time, so he needs to finish off a fight as soon as possible when he dons his original form. When the fight with Goku had gone on for too long and Frieza had lost too much energy, he made a drastic decision and decided to just go ahead and nuke the whole planet. Because Frieza can live in space, and as Frieza says, Goku cannot survive in space, which is debatable given Dragon Ball Super and a few other instances in Dragon Ball, which we'll get on to in another video, or you can check out Geekdom's video because he has a really good one on it, along with Deviant and a couple other people. Anyways, Planet Namek was destroyed and Frieza was cut in half, which leads into his next form, Mecha Frieza. Mecha Frieza is less of a form, but more of like a Cybertronic upgrade to his body, because Frieza's scientists discovered that Frieza was all chopped up into little bits in the middle of space, patched them all up, put them all together, and him and King Cold came to Earth for revenge. In Mecha Frieza form, the cybernetics upgraded his body, making him more powerful, and Goku was not on Earth at the time, so Frieza was just going to show up and pretty much wipe everyone out. Thankfully, Future Trunks came and saved the day, chopped him up, and then blasted him away. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but so be it. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of Mecha Frieza, and then we go on to Dragon Ball Super, where they introduced his new form, Golden Frieza. Or should I say, Fukatsu no F, but same difference. The 2015 film Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F, along with Dragon Ball Super, debuts Frieza's newest transformation, Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza is a very, very powerful form, but at a cost, which we will get to later. As for the design, it is gold and purple, sleeked down and a little bit taller than his fourth form. A lot of people don't really like the form. I myself, it's not my favorite, but I don't necessarily hate it like some people do. Personally, my main problem with it is that it is a little bit overpowered, but as I was saying, it comes at a cost. Now, Frieza doesn't realize this, but Goku and Vegeta do. This form drains so much energy that he pretty much becomes useless after fighting for more than 5-10 minutes. And this is basically what causes his downfall in Dragon Ball Super and in Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. I'm gonna thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you on the next one, and that was the mini faces of Frieza.